everybody, it's Alma. Welcome back to Keto Meets Menopause. Today is Sunday and we're talking ditching or kitchen. Guys, where have you been? I know, where have I been, right? I have been behind the scenes, guys. To be perfectly honest, I have been going through a bit of grief, and it's easier sometimes to be behind the camera and instead of in front of it. So yeah, we've got a lot going on. Just coping with, of course, my son's passing, and my oldest son traveling out of the country for the past 6 weeks, and my youngest heading off for college, still in state. In fact, it's just, an hour's drive away, but it's still not to where I can look outside the window and know that he's home and safe. And then David's youngest was in California for 4 weeks, 3 weeks, and driving to and from. So you just, your heartstrings sometimes can only go so far. So instead of having you guys see me looking sad and weepy, I decided I would cook, because it's a great distraction, guys. If you're going through things, make sure that you do find a way to still be a part of your normal life, even if it's just a modified version of it. You know how I do my modified egg fast at times? Sometimes I guess I do a modified life. And so I apologize for not being in front of the camera. No, it's not because I went on some horrible food binge and gained all my weight back. Just going through some emotional stress. So glad to be in front of the camera today. So why are we here today? We're here to talk about ditching or kitchen. Guys, I don't have anything to review with you this week. I may have something next week. I've gotten through a lot of my confessional with you guys as far as the things that are questionable on my keto journey. So let's go ahead and review what happened in week number 5. In case you're new to the Ditchin or Kitchen series, the purpose behind this series is for me to take items that are in my kitchen and bring them to you and have you evaluate them and determine, is it something that should be in my kitchen? Should I consider ditching it? And sometimes, maybe I don't even use those items. Maybe the hubby does. And sometimes, maybe it's just a learning experience for all of us. Maybe it's something that I gave up. Maybe it's something that I want you to think about, because our journey is very individualized in degrees of where we are as far as the products that we buy and the products that we allow into our keto way of living. However, a lot of us, myself included, are at the point to where we do want to reach the pinnacle of ketoness while also maintaining consciousness in regards to the wallet. So I totally get anything that anybody is doing, as long as they are not filling themselves with sugars and a ton of processed food. I believe there are allowances. So yeah, this is a great place for us to talk about them. If there's items that you're questioning and you'd like for me to bring it up, there's a comment section. Send me a private message. My email address is in the description. So yeah, let's talk about it. Send me the information, and like I said, I'm happy to be the person to bring it to the forefront. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and talk about week 5. Let me get my iPad up and running. All right. Oh, and hey ladies, how you like that? I'm coordinating again today, but yeah, it's an interesting color. It's not a typical color for me. I would pull up my feet so you could see my toenails too, but I'm not that limber. Yeah, all right, so back to business at hand. All right, so brain brew. Well, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. For those of you that aren't familiar with the episode number 5, I'm gonna go ahead and put a link to it right up here. Click on it, take a look at it, and then come on back. All right? Okay, guys, so brain brew, that's what we talked about. Brain brews. Well, first of all, there's a variety of brain brews that are out there. So the one that I had purchased was the Super Body Breakthrough and little individual packets. So the package that I purchased at the time was like on clearance or discount, like $14, and now they have upped their price. I believe they're in the $19 range. And guys, I just won't spend that kind of money. I really won't. I will, invest it if it's on clearance. I will invest if it's just something to check out for the channel and for all of my keto friends. But for the most part, you guys know I'm pretty frugal. I asked you guys, is it all hype? Do I ditch it? Do I keep it in my kitchen? What do you think? And you know what? 61% ditch it. 7% said keep it in your kitchen. It's worth it. And 30% said, hey, guy, Alma, any of them will do. And you know what? I'm likely to believe that. And if you guys feel very differently and think, Alma, they got it wrong, feel free to comment on this video and let me know your thoughts. All right, the next items were the BCAAs and the aminos. And let me tell you, 45 said ditch, 9% said keep it in your kitchen, and 45 said save it for when you're hitting the gym. And while I don't hit the gym, I do hit the trail. And I do find that sometimes, guys, it really does make me feel like I have an added boost. And it could be just the fact that there's often caffeine in some of those items. So yeah, I do actually like that. I make it every morning for my husband. I've shared with you guys before, he is a electrical contractor. Usually he's on the business end of it and managing all the projects and whatnot. However, recently we are making some modifications to the business and he has had his tool belt on. So now more than ever, he loves having a protein drink in the morning along with his breakfast, as well as a bottle of the BCAAs. He loves it. And I remember back in March, I might have shared this on my initial video, it was so hot. It was when I got my very first sunburn of the season. I was parking my truck at Randall's. I would get on my bike, I would ride to the elementary school, park there, then walk to the trail, and then leave the trail, go back to pick up my bike, ride back to Randall's. It was a 10-mile excursion each day. And there were times where when I finished that 10 miles after having used one of those BCAA drinks, I felt like I was still on top of the world, would come home and just get a ton of things done. So I do remember feeling really, really good while I was doing that. Here lately, I will drink a portion of it, not the whole thing. And I don't have that same level of amped feeling. And I'm not one of these people that really have a major sensitivity to caffeine. I do when it comes to coffee. 1 cup is pretty much my max on coffee. So yeah, so that's it for this week, guys. I didn't have a lot to go over. I haven't been in front of you guys for a while. I wanted you to see that I'm still here. It's not just hands mixing in bread or at the George Foreman or the air fryer or my new Instant Pot. So wanted to pop in and say hello to everybody. Now I've got some great things coming up, guys. I'm very excited about my Instant Pot. I have made my first recipe. I'm working on editing that video, getting it out, as well as some other items. So I look forward to spending more time with you guys, hopefully in front of the camera. And it just makes me feel so connected to everybody. I've missed this feeling, I really have. So be patient with me. The heart is a fragile, fragile thing, and I appreciate your patience. All right, everybody, have a blessed weekend. Be safe out there. Next weekend kicks off a holiday weekend, so if you're going to plan on traveling, please be safe on the roads. And I look forward to spending more time with you. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.